call out even if she remains defiant and there's a whole lot of controversy, massive uproar and protests over the photo that you can see on the screen. The Municipal Corporation has removed this picture. This comes after BJP and Shiv Sena Shinde faction warned of violent protests. In fact, we're learning that Shiv Sena Shinde faction had already hit the streets demanding that she removes it, also giving her an ultimatum. And after that, as you can see on the screen, on the other side, now that portrait has been removed. For more on this, let me go across to my colleague Nilesh, who's been tracking all the details. Nilesh, after the massive controversy, there was a massive uproar by Shiv Sena Shinde faction as well. Now that photo has been removed. Give us more details.
Well, Akanksha, this is the latest coming into the entire Tipu Sultan controversy. After a call for protest was given out by Shinde Sena faction and BJP, the portrait has finally been removed. It all began yesterday after this picture was seen, to which the Deputy Mayor stated that it was a gift given out by the party workers, the supporter, and she did not want it to disrespect, and which is why she had hung it into her cabinet. However, after which the Shiv Sena Shinde faction leader pointed it out that her cabinet do not include any of other icons, that is Shivaji, Maharaj, Savitri Phule or Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, because she happens to be holding a constitutional position. However, seems to be not respecting all of those national icons. And why is that Tipu Sultan is given this extra credit for something that he hasn't done? And which is why the controversy was finding space after the protest which was given out by BJP and Shinde Sena. She has finally been removed the Tipu Sultan portrait. However, another picture in between all of these controversy has emerged, wherein the party workers of the Islam Party have given out same picture, that is Tipu Sultan's picture, to the mayor as well, and which is also going viral on social media. But however, the difference only here lies is that her cabin, her office includes other icons as well. And which is why it seems like the controversy is not that severe. But yes, it will also find space into this political rhetoric, wherein the MIM leaders had earlier also given narratives of how the Mumra, the Mulund, or in fact Mumbai or Maharashtra will soon be covered or converted into green. And since then, this entire fight of narratives was constantly coming up. It was before BMC election when the call for Mamu Jai was given out, that is Muslim versus Marathi, and this all seems to be finding space yet again, wherein the leaders have been stating, especially from the BJP, that the leaders like Chhatrapati, Shivaji, Maharaj and Ambedkar are not just Indian or Maharashtra icon but a global icon. Somewhat giving strength to our constitution is Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, and she happens to be a deputy mayor, which is again a constitutional post. Then why not adorn his picture? So that is how the entire event unfolded, and finally she had to take down, or rather we can say after Municipal Corporation's intervention, higher authorities, that including collector, this picture has been finally pulled down.
All right, so the photo has been pulled down, but this has now turned into a larger debate of the respect for the constitution versus the vote bank politics. Stay on with us. We have another breaking update coming in as far as the entire controversy is concerned. The photo is in focus, and that is a photo of Tipu Sultan. We're learning that that photo has been gifted to the deputy mayor by the party workers. And now there's a viral video that you can see on the screen that shows the gifting of that photo that was later hung on the wall and snowballed into a massive controversy. Now it has been taken down, but that only happened after there was massive uproar. There was a threat by Shiv Sena Shinde faction and also by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Coming to you, Nilesh, again, take us through the reactions that are coming in as far as this controversy is concerned, because we're learning that all the political parties have united in condemning the controversy, the photo of Tipu Sultan there on the wall. All right, we'll try and reconnect that line with my colleague Nilesh, but let's take you through the reactions that are coming in. In fact, we're learning as far as BJP, Samajwadi Party, Congress, Shiv Sena, UBT, or be Shiv Sena, Shinde faction, they are concerned. Political parties across the party line, they've united to condemn this act. Let me once again bring back my colleague Nilesh. Nilesh, take us through the reactions that we are getting. BJP has condemned this, but we're learning that the Congress party, the Samajwadi party, they too have said that there is a protocol and that should be followed.
Well, yes, Akanksha, indeed, it seems like all of these opposition leaders are also trying to play a safe game as of now, because leaders from UBT faction or Shiv Sena faction or Congress and BJP have been constantly criticizing for her act that is done by the Deputy Mayor of Malegaon, stating that how it is ultimately one aspect that will divide the society based on religious factor that should be avoided, because she happens to be a Deputy Mayor who will be catering to the entire area or entire city, and which is why such narrative should be avoided. It is an unnecessary controversy that she had ultimately sparked. However, her justification was another factor that ultimately resulted into snowballing effect into this entire controversy. She goes on stating that Tipu Sultan also happens to be a freedom fighter. However, history speaks something else. While speaking with Times Network, Sanjay Nirupam, the leader from the Shiv Sena faction, stated and highlighted that how Tipu Sultan's fight was to protect his rule and not to protect India when he fought against British. And if he was such a kind gentleman, then why did he targeted Hindus and Hindu societies, and how he ultimately was also involved into various religious conversion as well. So how can such an individual be a freedom fighter? How can such individual will be respected by one individual who holds a constitutional post? Meanwhile, Amit Satam, the Mumbai president of BJP, states that how it is a foreign intervention which is seen into the state politics, how it is seemed to be a narrative which is also somewhat being influenced by foreign factors to somewhat destabilize the state and destabilize the government and society, and which is why this is a trouble that should have been avoided, and which is why it seems like the Congress party and other leaders are also finding and supporting, because we are speaking of Maharashtra, that state that is for long adorning ideology of Baba Sahib Ambedkar and Shivaji Maharaj. So that is one factor that various other parties, be it opposition or the ruling party, do not want to be indulged into, because they also understand the gravity of Shivaji Maharaj and Dr. Ambedkar's portrait not being seen into one particular office.
Absolutely, and the controversy is now finally over. There you can see on the screen that photo that the BJP and the other parties objected to, that has been taken down. Thanks so much, Nilesh, for getting us all those details.